comparing our two rides. Quite useful that we rode together. Okay, so if we have a look, Raylane 1, 4 minutes, and there it is. So I'll just unsmooth that and zoom in. So there's your power over the course of the ride. Maximum heart rate 171. But what we can see is that your average power 379 watts and your normalized power 394. So we're talking about a difference of 15. If we go to Raylane 2, we can see average power 375, 391, so again a difference of 16. And what that's telling you is how uneven your effort has been. So the closer the average power is to the normalized power, the more steady your pacing. Raylane 3 is 352 and 372, so 20 points difference here. Raylane 4 is 336 and 363, so we're getting close to 30 points difference. And then Raylane 5 is 373 and 393, so 20 watts difference. So let's just go and have a look at my Raylane by way of comparison. So I'll open it up. So the first thing we can see that, the first Raylane, which we did pretty much side by side. I'll just zoom in over here. So first of all, I'm averaging 355 watts, so not a massive difference between our wattages, which is kind of good to see because, it means that your power meter's reading kind of what we would expect, and it also means that there's not something funny going on in terms of the sort of sheer watts that you're pushing out. But if you have a look at the difference between the average and the normalized power, my difference is 8 watts in the first lap. And that was when I put in a burst at the end to stay next to you. In the lap after that, where I was doing my own pacing, if you kind of look at that, you can see how steady it is. And then average power 336, normalized power 338. So, without sort of blowing my own trumpet, that's pretty much perfect pacing. Then as kind of as I fatigue, 341, 342. Then the fourth lap is 333 and 333. And then the last one, I did put in a bit of a dig at the end. So I wasn't kind of completely going for it, but even then, it's 370 and 377. So, it does say maybe there's a little bit of thinking we can do about the evenness of the efforts that you put in. And one thing I haven't really looked at, and maybe I'll go back just now think of it, if you take lap 8, for example, which is a really well-paced lap for me, my maximum power is 420 watts. So let's just go and have a look at what your maximum watts are. So if we go Raylane 1, maximum watts, that's 240 watts more than my maximum watts in that particular interval. 600 watts, 577, 600, and then 582. So, those maximum watts just worth thinking about as well. Anyway, we got lots of time to kind of figure this out. Obviously, and then the other interesting thing is the fact that you sort of stole a bonus workout here. Day after a long haul flight, you've gone and actually stuck in 230 TSS points. That's really well done. So while, I wouldn't want you to be burning motivational fuel, it is nice to know that kind of when things come together, you can actually put in a real, score some bonus TSS points the day after a flight. So yeah, nice to ride with you.